Oh, just in the nick of time. I'm sorry everybody were late. I was watching football, and I usually watch football naked. And I wasn't told this was going to be live. I thought we were going to pre-record this. I had to quick and get my clothes on. Don't mind all the oils.
Did you really think we were recording this?
Huh?
Did you actually think we were recording this?
Did you actually see me sit down naked?
No.
Thank God. They don't want to embarrass you, if you know what I'm saying. Make you feel worse. So yeah, we're here. We're live. Don't do a lot of this live stuff. Nothing like missing real football to talk fantasy football.
Nobody tell us anything. We're not watching it. It's recording. We'll hate you forever.
Yeah. Jared's like, hey, let's do a team audit. I'm like, yeah, when? He's like, right when the football game starts. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like a good idea because I'm a nice guy and I want to tell him no.
Well, we were going to do it last night. And then,
but we didn't.
Family,
it was good.
Family first.
It was good. I was still, I wasn't 100% deceased, but I was about 33.5% deceased. Fell asleep watching the Cavs, which is nice. Look at Tony. Hope you're doing well, Tony.
Good to see you, buddy.
So why don't you tell him why we're here?
He just wanted to tell people about being naked. He didn't want to tell them what we're doing.
Oh, so close to seeing the nips on live. We're here doing a team audit. So I don't know how many team audits we're going to do. But audits, plural. I'm just trying to read the top. I'm not a really good reader, but I do my best. We're going to do team audits. We're going to look at some teams. I think we're going to look at a rebuild team and a contender team and see, kind of use a GM if we can here and there and dive in and talk this out. We're going to audit these teams. Listen, higher S is right around the corner, right? So here we go. Trying to figure out how to pay less taxes. It's not working out too well.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with Dynasty Nerds, we have a Dynasty GM app on the web and on your phone. We're going to be using the desktop app here, and I'll be sharing my screen, and I'll be adding your Dynasty account from Sleeper into here. It'll load up all your teams, and we had the Nerd Herd, who is our members, our subscribers, and inside our Discord, we asked for them to post their team names and what they are looking for to have answered with their team. So we're going to go through them here. I think, Garrett, you're going to be manning the comments in the Discord of who I need to throw in here.
Yeah.
What am I managing?
Oh, you're just going to talk and give us some insights, dude, because you're
I just hold the red stapler. That's it.
You got the crystal balls.
We trust you with the stapler, bitch. Give it to me. All right. I'm ready to audit. We're going to knock this out of the park like we're Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul. Let's go.
The game is being recorded, Willie.
Yeah, Willie, it's on pause. Have you ever heard of
a word?
That button, you hit the two straight up dashes and makes your TV stop. Bam. Got it going.
Davis, what's the Discord? If you're part of the Nerd Herd, my guy, I hope you've had an opportunity to get in there. Discord, awesome place where you get to connect with us, but also other Dynasty Nerd Herd members. So if you're a member, you got to hop on in there, my guy.
Discord.gg/Dynasty Nerds.
Yeah, during joining the Nerd Herd, you get so many perks. It's like walking outside in cold weather with no shirt on.
All right, Jared, you got the first one loaded up for us?
Yeah, so I'm going to add his account right now.
Okay.
John Robbins.
Can I get the route number first?
What was that?
Nothing.
And his league name is Shit. And he says his team is the Hamsterdam here.
Hamsterdam?
You got to show it, Jared. We can't see it.
I love good names.
Am I rusty?
I'm going to a night at the races tomorrow, and we named our horse Hoof Hearted.
Hey, who farted?
No, Hoof Hearted.
As I said, who farted?
Come on, there could be kids watching.
He said his team.
Yes, that's the inappropriate thing.
His team has weekly upside, but they're lacking depth. Okay. He's out of playoffs, currently slotted for 102. Can't decide if he needs to split on A.J. Brown. He's tried a few times, but he hasn't been able to get anything done. If I don't split him, I think I have to hit on my first rounder next year to compete. Split him. I'm assuming he means trade.
Yeah, okay. And probably for like multiple pieces, multiple young assets.
Yeah. Okay.
So what place is he in right now?
He said he's positioned to get the 102.
Okay,
So,
can you do something for me? Just I want to see how accurate it is. This will make the app look either sweet or maybe not. Can you put it in contender mode? See where he's at.
Well, sometimes 2 contender mode with injuries.
Whoa,
and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Look at that! That
pretty
app,
accurate.
I'm telling you, people.
Garrett starts making excuses right
Yeah.
away.
I know.
Yeah, come on.
Contender mode guy. That's doing the contender mode ranks right here. So
yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's how it works out right away. Right, the app just dives right in and gives you the 1-2. He's like, I got the 1-2. The app says you're 1-3. Pretty accurate stuff going on there.
Pretty accurate. I like to see that. It does get a little tricky when you're going between dynasty mode and contender mode. The dynasty mode it is really helpful, but like at this time of year, I do tend to use the contender mode a lot more to really figure out, like, because sometimes too, you might be like 8-2, right? Like your team might be baller and you're doing really good, but you check contender mode and you're like, I only have the 6th strongest team. Like what? And you see all the injuries you've gotten, and you've gotten really lucky in your weekly matchups and things like that. So it happens from time to time.
Yeah, I use contender mode, dynasty mode. I switch back and forth and see what's going on. And I like when I put it in contender mode and it says like, oh, you're in 6, and I'm just sitting up there on a throne of glory in 2nd or 1st, and I'm like, yeah, Dynasty Nerds app. What do you know?
All right.
So if you guys were to be making a trade for AJ Brown, or trying to get rid of AJ Brown, what kind of price tag would you guys be looking to get back, or what kind of picks would you be expecting to get back, I should say?
Yeah. When I'm like, to me, this is like, if I'm in rebuild mode, this is like the perfect scenario, like the kind of perfect player, because nothing's worse when you want to blow it up and you're like, I'm about to blow this up, and then you pull the pin and then confetti pops out. You're like, oh, this isn't even a real grenade. Like I have nothing going on here. But having a guy like AJ Brown gives you like a bazooka, right? Like this really puts you into a good position to really catapult your rebuild. And that's part of the process too, right? Like, the dreaded part is you don't want to get stuck in the middle in Dynasty. It's why we have the league analyzer, right? Because it's so easy to get stuck in the middle. And why is it so easy to get stuck in the middle? If you listen to the podcast regularly, it's because when you play Dynasty and your league's been going on for, say, more than 2 to 3 years, the people that play Dynasty right and they want to go through the rebuild, they kind of blow it up. They naturally go to the bottom and push your team to the middle. So like you're naturally inflated in the rankings where you think you're doing okay or you might make the playoffs. But meanwhile, it's all those turds on the bottom that are making the water sit higher because those are heavy turns, right? Heavy turns. So, it's about finding the right time. So if you see, it's like when you can go in here and see people's strengths and weaknesses and say you're in like 5th place, but everybody's team behind you has like really small little colorations besides their draft picks are real hard. That's telling you like, wow, these guys are really loading up for the future, and I'm just going to kind of be stuck here in the middle if I don't make a move, whether it be forward or backwards. But having a guy like AJ Brown is good. You in a position to go ahead and get lots of capital, right? Definitely for a contender. Like they're playing right now. I don't know what's going on. Don't tell me. He's probably has 150 yards already. So for me, like who am I attacking in? Obviously, you're looking at youth, right? Like the first name that pops into mind is somebody who I find in the realm of fantasy extremely attractive, really makes me excited, and that's Ladd McConkey for the Chargers, because he's the kind of player I think for AJ Brown where not only do I like his upside and the future and the longevity of his production, but also that's the kind of player in name that not only can you get at Ladd McConkey, but then you can start adding all that draft capital you want.
Oh, I bet you could get a first with Ladd.
Oh, 100%.
First in Ladd.
Oh, 100. I think you might be able to get more than a first with Ladd.
You might be able to.
As you enter week 11 of the fantasy football season, as we inch closer to the playoffs, this is where those contenders start to get way more willing to give up capital.
Jared, take a look at Team 5, the team in 5th place for me, because they have like no receivers.
Yeah.
So let's see because if they think that they have a shot to contend, they've got Jaden Daniels, Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Richardson, Saquon Kyron. That tells me that's a team that is probably trying to compete. But look at that receiving core. Absolute doo-doo butter.
John Robbins is actually in the chat on YouTube. And he's saying his thought was to tear down, gain a first or second. And then he said he tried AJ Brown in a 3rd, for Pickens and a first, and he also tried for a Dunze and a first, and both got rejected.
Can we go back to who's his quarterbacks?
His quarterbacks were Mahomes and yeah, so this is a super flex tight end premium.
Okay. I would offer right away for this team right here. I go back. I'm offering team 5 who you're right, Gary. It looks like a tender. I am offering him AJ Brown and Pat Mahomes for Jaden Daniels, a first, and what else?
Yeah, does he have his picks? What's the pick situation look like?
Yeah, he's got all his firsts for the next 3 years.
Yeah, go 26 first. Yeah, then go 26 first. Like I would even like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even want like this year's.
I don't know. Do you think you'd get that though?
Probably not. But
yeah,
listen,
probably not.
Well, listen, Pat Mahomes. We were talking about
Daniels
on the show, on the Nerd Herd show. Like you'd have what?
I'd rather personally have Daniels over Mahomes right now. Just the way they're scoring points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jaden owner.
Oh, okay.
He just said this team's owner is trying to tank at this point, even though they're in 5th and contender. So they're probably. Then why is that guy who's sitting there with Barkley and Kyron? He needs to be offloading those.
Yeah, you said send Mahomes and a first for Jaden. Is that what you said?
No, I'm offering Mahomes,
AJ Brown,
and AJ Brown.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. So listen, it's not just about AJ Brown. If you're flipping the script, like Pat Mahomes has got to go too. And again, he's another prime name. And we were talking about this on the Nerd Herd show. Like, I feel like I just made a trade literally 2 days ago. I traded Pat Mahomes for Jared Goff and Trevor Lawrence. Like, Trevor Lawrence, I know Pat Mahomes had a big week this past week, but for 17 games before that, he's just been middling as a high-end quarterback too, right? Like he's not produced at a high level, but the name still rings that bell hard. He's 29 years old going to a 30-year-old season. So if somehow he was able to flip AJ Brown and Pat Mahomes to like get younger at the prime position, which is quarterback in a super flex league, and get who is my number 2 overall super flex player, Jaden Daniels, that'd have been a great start. So it's unfortunate to hear that guy's trying to tank, because that was a deal I think you'd probably get done, and I'd feel really, really good about.
Where's Tampa Tom, the next team up? Where are they at with everything? They got CD, who's down a little bit, Zay Flowers. Then you're Jacoby Myers for your third. So that's another team. If they've got Henry and McCaffrey, they're trying to win it. And they only have one quarterback really right now. They got Will Levis as well, but there could be a deal to be had there.
Yeah, but you're not paying
tight end situation like
Pat Mahomes for that nonsense.
What's the pick
situations? Ingram and Otten.
There's no deal to be made here.
Thomas 7.
I mean, 2 first. Would a
oh no, there you go. Go back down.
And 26 first for AJ Brown. Would that be worth it?
Grab Rashee Rice, because he lost Rashee Rice. You grab Rashee Rice and a first.
Yeah, you might be able to get that done.
You could. You might not be able to get that, but maybe you throw in your second with it, and that might get it done.
No, I'm not throwing in my second for that. He's getting AJ Brown.
Why not?
Listen, dude, he's got CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, and Jacoby Myers. He's trying to compete, right? Like if he's in there, like he needs to win. Listen, when you get those, when you're in week 11, you're not trying to like do like we talked about this earlier. You're not giving the fairest trade possible. Like when you're rebuilding, like this is where you're pushing those owners to the edge. Like you're gonna find somebody. Like you got the trades in one hand and you got the lube in the other. And guess which one you're squeezing?
Oh my god!
Listen, what were you saying?
Talking about hot Tua.
All right, so we want to do what we're telling them to do is try to offer AJ Brown for Rashee Rice, and I'm not sure you get a first back, but you're
throw your third. Okay, throw your third in there.
Second.
Throw your third in there. Sprinkle a little doo-doo butter on top. Give it a little bit on there. Stink it up. Come on. Everybody likes the occasional third to throw in there. I think they're talking about the NFL draft. Meanwhile, you have a 15% chance of that thing hitting. It's 2-point
tight end premium, so there is a pretty big premium on tight ends in this. What was his tight end situation? What was his name? Hamsterdam. All right. Nah, he's got nothing that I'd want to get rid of.
No, you're holding Brock Powers.
Oh, dude, he's set there. So he's got a good core here. He's got Brian Thomas, Jackson Smith and Jigga, Brock Powers, and Achane.
Yeah.
And Herbert Holmes.
I mean, yeah, AJ Brown's really the main asset you'd probably try to move here.
He still has his first.
Yeah, he only has 3 first.
Which is supposed to be 102.
It's supposed to be
the only other thing I would think is if you can't make an AJ Brown move, I am willing to take a look at Patrick Mahomes if there's a team that likes Patrick Mahomes I would be willing to do that. I probably wouldn't sell Justin Herbert just because the perceived value is so far down right now that you're just not going to get close to what he's worth long term. But Pat Mahomes, you might be able to. So depending on the team, is it something where I can get Drake May, a first, and then maybe even a little bit more?
He has Penix too.
Dude, I'm telling you what, if you can get Ashton Genty at 1-2, this team might be okay in next year to compete.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you might even just hold on to AJ Brown.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. If you lost, I'm looking at this team. If you blow this up, I mean, you really got to be looking at getting AJ Brown and Pat Mahomes off your team, because if you have 1-2, you have a possibility to get Genty or the second best running back in this class. In this going next year, Jackson Smith and Jigba is gonna be solid. Currently wide receiver 14 overall. Really send in. Tyler Lockett won't be on that team next year. Brian Thomas will be in year 2 with a healthy Trevor Lawrence and a new coaching staff with AJ Brown. Yeah, man, that team's not too far off. And you have Devon Achane. It sucks though, but he's in a weird spot because once you take a step back here, you are taking a step back for probably 2 years, which isn't bad. Okay, so that's the offer I would make for Rice. I don't know if that would work, but it might.
Yeah. Well, John Robbins, you got any questions,
dude,
man?
AJ Brown is a name that gets stuff done. I don't know why you guys are so pessimistic. If I was a contender in that team and I needed that third receiver and I had Rashee Rice and somebody's like, hey, I'll give you AJ Brown for Rashee Rice. It wouldn't take much. Again, that's a trade. I talk about this on the podcast. Sometimes when you're a contender, you have to be in position to lose trades, right? Because just when you have to expect to win a trade when you're selling, that's part of the game, right? You have to be a first. You're giving up a first, which is going to be picked 9 through 12, which is literally a 50-50 chance, right? History is going to tell us that's a 50% chance that pick is going to even be rosterable or a viable player down the road. So you're really looking at it the AJ Brown and that Rashee Rice swap. Where are you going there? And it's AJ Brown. So to me, I think that deal should get done. If you want to sprinkle that third on top, I don't think that's a bad offer whatsoever. If you want to win, and it comes down to the other owner. Does he want to win or does he not want to win? Does he want to on the first and hope for the best and cross your fingers? You want to get somebody that will literally propel your team into a 50% better chance to win a championship?
Hey, you don't have to tell me. I hear you. Jared, I sent you over another one that we could take a look at. This is Funky Man. It's his league, and he's got a rebuilding team, and he's trying to figure out who in the private chat there. Who should I be targeting, and is it worth one more year of rebuild?
Hold on, I'm gonna send Jared my high stakes league.
We're not reviewing your league, Rich.
Come on, guys. I thought I was gonna win this league, and now I had to blow some stuff up, and I need help. Come on, baby.
We came on to do dynasty audits of our own team.
So someone asked in the
people
chat,
like audits of our own teams. How the champs do it.
How can they get their team reviewed?
Join the Nerd Herd.
Yep, we're taking all the names from the Nerd Herd. These are people that are in our Discord. These are teams that are they're the best. Look, if you're part of the Nerd Herd, we know a few things about you. 1, you've got a heart of gold. We know that's true. 2, you're smart because you joined the Nerd Herd. 3, we know that you have good taste because you listen to the show every week. So that's what we know. So if you sign up, look, cup of coffee a month, you get awesome tools. You get the film room, which right now, look, for most of us, I was talking with my guy, Austin Abbott, yesterday, and he was like, man, it's as much fun as the regular season is. I'm kind of ready for the off season already. And I'm like, look, if you play Dynasty, that's how most Dynasty managers feel. This time of year is cool. It's cool and all. And yeah, I'm pushing for ships, and that's what's most important at the end of the day. But realistically, I'm ready to talk about prospects. I'm ready to look at rookies. I want to evaluate some tape. That is outside of the actual moment where I win a championship, the drafting process is far and away the best process in Dynasty Fantasy Football. So yes, Matt, if you are already a member, Jared, they can hop on. If you go to the website, discord.gg/Dynasty Nerds, that will take you to the Discord. You just click join. We have a bot that will then send you a DM on Discord with a code.
and you just need to verify your email to connect to your Dynasty Nerds account.
That'll be fun. To use the same email you signed up with, correct?
Correct.
No, it'd be a fun. I'd love to find out like a contest to like find out like if we did like, hey, we'll do an audit once a month and like hold like a contest in a Discord like every month. Like, hey, whoever gets the most people to sign up the Dynasty Nerds this month will audit your team. Things like that. Whatever like gets people to sign up, like to get in there and use that app. It should be an easy sell. Just show them the app and in the film room. Honestly, just a film room alone really gets it going. So
yeah. What was the guy's league name? The hardest guy.
The league name for him
or his
Jedi Council.
All right,
it's W Team Taxi.
Jedi Council. Okay.
W Team Taxi.
I found it.
It's rebuilding. He's trying to decide, do I have one more year of rebuilding or not? Where am I at?
All right. So Dynasty View, he's third. Let's go through his team. It's a super flex league. Doesn't look like it's tight end premium.
Where your running backs at, bro?
Jaden Daniels.
He said he was in rebuilding. He said he was in rebuilding.
Herbert. He's doing it right.
Yeah, I know he's doing
JJ
right.
McCarthy. That's pretty much it there. Nothing to talk about it.
That's sexy.
Back. Yeah, the run. I mean, you're set at quarterback.
Absolutely.
Tight end too. He's ready. I mean, he's prepared for the 2025 draft. He's got. Yeah. Oh my God! Look at these picks down here. My man. Oh, he's
let's
get you on the show auditing because you're doing it 100% right. 100%
here's the best
right.
best advice I could give you. Don't worry about any of this and get ready for the draft.
Like, hit that film
Start
room.
watching. Get in the film room right now. You don't need audits. You don't need anything. You need to figure out which running backs you want because he has how many first-round picks, Jared?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I can only see 4 of them on the thing, but yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Look at all those picks.
Rolling.
5 first-round.
He's got Brock
picks.
Bowers. He's got Hawk. I mean, if anything,
he's even got Freiermuth.
Try to move off.
A fine fill-in if you had to be. So yeah, I think you still need a little bit of help at wide receiver too. It's not just running back. Like you have a lot of young, exciting names, but none of those guys have truly established themselves as like a true wide receiver one at this point. So you could still be looking at, especially if you can get a couple of the top picks. If you walk away with Ashton Genty, Luther Burden, Omari and Hampton, Travion Henderson, like you're walking away with like those 4 kind of guys. All of a sudden, this team is looking really, really nice.
Yeah. With 5 first-round picks with this team, I'm definitely identifying I'm identifying where this is. I would love to use one of those picks, not now when the season's over and draft mania starts to kick in. Maybe it's a team that kind of their team fell apart. Like I would want to add a receiver with one of those first, like a guy that I like already, not a draft pick for this team. Because I think this is a team that can make a quick turnaround, but he needs another receiver to really make it solid. And I wouldn't want to rely on a rookie receiver here. So for me, I would try to use, and honestly, like
Hawk and a pick.
No, if it's tight end premium, I don't mind holding 2 stud.
Don't think it is.
It's not. I don't think it's tight end premium.
Okay, then I'm definitely with Pat Freiermuth, 100% willing to move off TJ Hawkinson. But like, somebody that needs maybe somebody needs a tight end. Like, I don't know who in here really needs a tight end. Because then, I mean, even in season, if you can find a contender that they're not going to offload their receivers now. That's what stinks about trying to do this now in season. A lot of people that contend aren't doing it, but for somebody that needs a tight end, or even a team that's out of it, because listen, a team that's out of it, like definitely be owned their first, possibly give somebody's first back to get a receiver. Like I'm really trying to identify a team that can get a receiver. So like, if you're out of it, you're obviously looking for most draft capital. So like I would identify some of those teams as well. Like, throw them like the worst first you got and grab another receiver. And it doesn't need to be like a stud, but I want somebody else in that roster that can really fill it out and be like a solid contender. Like, could you get Cedric Tillman with the worst first in there and like throw someone else on, like, like your second, because your seconds would be real high. I don't know, or get their second back, some of those lines, like even somebody along those lines for upside. Just somebody like, like the cake's done, but you need some sprinkles or some frosting. I want to lick it up.
Like I think this would be the perfect, like, depending on where he goes, like a Chris Godwin, a guy that still has a couple years left, but is going to help anchor your wide receiver core. Like, can I target like a Chris Godwin? Maybe I can like give a first and get Terry McLaurin and a second back. Like,
first of all, that's very nefarious of you to say to ankle his lineup like that. That is very inconsiderate. Unbelievable.
DK Metcalf, like they don't have to be a tippy top tier guy, just somebody you can get for another 2 or 3 seasons that'll help anchor it while all these young guys establish themselves. I think he'll be in great shape.
Yeah, if you're going to have like a top high pick, you could probably get Chris Godwin for that high second. And I'd have like with 5 first, that's a perfect example, Garrett, of somebody like who's going to get a contract extension, who was wide receiver 2 overall before he got hurt. Obviously his bread and butter is a slot. Some teams got to put him back in the slot. So if you have pick like 2-1, 2-2 for Chris Godwin with 5 first to put in that lineup, that's a great player to go out and get that. Oh, look at those. Look at that.
That's a receiver core right there.
This is the second team in contender mode.
Ooh,
he said, I don't have any running backs, but I don't care. I got all the receivers that ever existed.
Who's his tight end? That guy with all the receivers.
Let me go back to contender mode.
He's got
Laporta and Komet.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Nope. Honestly, there's really, for me, I probably wouldn't even make a move right now with him because
there's get those picks.
Yeah, draft 5 running backs and your team's fine.
And if you're going to trade for a veteran, you're going to want to wait till closer to the draft anyway to do it because those veterans are so much cheaper.
Yeah, he's a draft day trade, and that's what I was kind of saying. Like for his team structure, like he's not ready to make a move now because even teams that some teams would be hesitant to move him. The only player I could think of is like you said, Garrett, like Chris Godwin. I think would be a good one, and I'd throw a second that way just to see if I could get him.
Any of these young guys that you'd want to move off of right now?
No, he's desperate for receiver help. Why would you offload any of these guys? Listen, he's got a lot of upside here too, just to see like next year, Leggett could take a big step forward. Worthy could take a big step forward. You have Brian Thomas who showed out. Jackson Smith and Jigba currently wide receiver 14 doing okay. So he's got a couple, bullets in the chamber. He just needs that one more guy to make me feel a little bit better about that to offset the Leggett and Worthy situation. And then you can draft 4 running backs and be good to go.
J-Wack, I sent you another one here. We got a more of a contender team. He won the league last year. Yep, not a problem. He won the league last year, and he's in contention to repeat. So I sent you it in the private chat. The league should have drafted a quarterback. Team is the Carolina Ninjas. Mike Tyson. Are you watching that tomorrow night, Rich?
Yeah, dude. Mike Tyson's my favorite boxer of all time. He's the greatest boxer that's ever lived. Nobody in the history of the world of any man that's ever lived could beat Mike Tyson when he was like 18, 19, 20 years old. Nobody.
Do you think
boxer
Tyson's going to win?
I don't know, dude. He's 60 years old.
58.
Well, I put $20 on DraftKings.
I know. Who'd you put on? You put on
Tyson.
Jake Paul? Oh, you did?
No, Jake Paul. Listen, I don't care if he's 158. Like, I ain't betting against Mike Tyson. That's fair.
I put money on Jake Paul a long time ago, but
listen,
I want Mike lately to win.
Yeah, dude. I want him to knock Jake Paul out.
Yeah,
knock him out.
What's going on with your screen?
StreamYard is like, it's, let me.
Gets a little wonky.
I want to get into it. It's just, I have to like push 3 different buttons when I want a scene transition, and it's just not the best. So I got him pulled up here, the Carolina Ninjas. And Garrett, can you go over what he was asking again? This is
basically
tight end premium.
This is a team that won the ship last year, and they're in contention to win again. So basically, this one is more of a maintenance one. Like, is there a small move? Is there something that he could do to kind of help ensure that victory? And do we, in fact, think that he is a true legitimate contender? Well, based on this, you have the best odds as far as the core of your team. You have the best squad right now built for a championship. So
he's second in contender. Sorry, I had flipped second in Dynasty. Contender. Oh, he's first in Dynasty, second in contender.
But it's still very, very close. So he's right in that range. So right now, quarterbacks, he's in a great spot overall. Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes. Unfortunately, he lost like that third quarterback, although I guess he has it back now in Cooper Rush if he was super desperate. But
smart.
You're not really wanting to play Cooper Rush in a championship game. Kyren, Breece Hall, J.K. Dobbins. So nice trio. I wish I could say Javonte was part of that group, but he no longer is. So it's really just 3 running backs that you can count on.
Told you so.
Wide receiver core, Nico, Jaden Reed, Devonta Smith, T. Higgins. Obviously love having Nico there. There's a lot of wide receiver 2 types, so you're in pretty good shape as far as that goes, because you have guys that are wide receiver 2s in your wide receiver 3 and wide
It's got
receiver
2 first
spots, and you've got 2 firsts. Honestly, the thing that I would consider is looking at tight end, and I know that's tough because you have 3 names there that you're like, these are all good names, and they are. They're all names that are recognizable. They can put up big games, but here's the thing. For me, I would be saying, can I get Travis Kelce? Can I get George Kittle? Can I get somebody that is going to be more steady for me for the rest of this season to help ensure? Because week to week, any one of those guys could put up a 4-point game, whereas these other guys are much more consistent. So that's really the only kind of concern for me. Yes, a George Kittle would be perfect on a team that doesn't look like they're contending. And yeah, I bet he would do it.
For a second.
Rich, what would you be? I don't know that he'll give him up for a second. He's going to want more than that.
Having Kyle Pitts, I would honestly, for how good that guy's team is, like I'd love to add another running back, but he's fine there. He's cardiac kit. Is this guy in my league? What's going on here? That's my team name. Unbelievable. This fucking guy. For me, yeah, I mean, I'd love to get George Kittle here for sure. But like, what's he like? You're gonna have to give up Dalton Kincaid or Kyle Pitts.
Okay,
so that's the offer.
I don't have any issue with that
first.
At all.
I wouldn't give a first. I mean,
what was
the problem is the reason you don't want to get your first is because you have Kyle Pitts. You have all those other tight ends, so like you don't want to give up Kyle. Is this tight end premium?
Let me go back to that league. What was it again? Should have drafted a QB.
Should have drafted a QB.
And then it was, what team is this? Bandits.
Carolina Ninjas.
I can't read. Sorry. I'm going to throw it in the calculator here.
Okay.
And just bring it up. So we're saying we want to acquire
George Kittle.
We probably want to throw this back into Dynasty mode.
Yeah, Dynasty mode for sure.
Okay. And what are we thinking we want to offer?
Kincaid or
Pitts? I would offer either one like straight up, and at this point, I'd probably be okay with making that deal.
Oh, a first? You said?
No.
Kincaid or Pitts.
Either Kincaid or Pitts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, honestly, what I would do here is I would throw him 2 offers. I'd throw one with Kittle for Pitts and one for Kittle and Kincaid and let him pick.
Yep. So you're gonna lose that trade by a little bit according to us, but like
any of these throw it? I mean,
no, don't throw in.
No.
I mean, you could ask for Nick Chubb. Why not?
Sure.
He could use that.
I'd probably ask for like a second back. I don't know.
No, I'd ask for Nick Chubb. He's got 3 running backs. So just to be safe, if Nick Chubb gets hot at the end of the year and that knee gets a little refresher, a little stem cells, fresher.
Yeah.
Listen, he's rebuilding. He's not getting if you ask for a draft pick, he's immediately gonna be like, Like,
yeah, you're right.
He doesn't need him either. So he's not gonna do that. Like
Brian Robinson's on his team too. That would be another one that I would like to get.
Yeah, but Chubb's like I'm just getting like he doesn't even need. He's not going to start Brian Robinson or those other guys anyways. Like This is just a depth because he's only got 3 viable running backs. So this is like literally.
I just trust B-Rob to give him a more viable 4th running back at this point.
Yeah, listen, and you're like, hey, give me your grandma, and I'm gonna give you this sexy model in the comments.
Yeah,
that's a good move.
We have
Breece
Hall, Kyren, JK.
Yeah, I would just like to get him a 4th running back, but.
Kyren got hurt last year at the end of the year, and then you're just sitting with Breece Hall and JK. So just like that 4th running back, just for depth. Like a lot of times in these contenders, when you're looking at I talk about it in the show a lot. Like everybody's looking for these big trades. Like Nick Chubb would fall in a category for me of like, hey, I got 3 running backs. I'm immediately looking at all the bad teams and see what running back I can get just for depth. Like I love to acquire depth when I'm a true contender.
Get a handcuff here, Corum maybe instead of Chubb.
For what? Why does he? Oh, he has Kyren.
Yeah, he has Kyren.
I'd be fine with that too.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that as well.
Because I'm fine with it straight up. Like if that's what it took, I'm fine with it.
I'm fine straight up.
Right.
Anything
you know me though, Garrett.
I know, but that's why I think he'll throw in Chubb though. Like I don't think
that juice.
Jared's the guy. Here's the thing. We had a trade earlier in the year, and his team is it was like in second place at the time, and mine was like in fourth. And I offered back his own third instead of mine. He's like, I see you trying to offer my third back. I want yours instead. I was like, bro, it's 2 picks apart after week 5. We have no idea how this is going to go. Sure. Hey. Like, go ahead. But you're that guy that always wants to squeeze just a little more.
Yep. Pay attention. All right. Well, let's move on. Let me do one more.
The team was pretty good.
One more here.
Yeah, team is pretty good.
Yeah, can we do a team that's look at Dynasty Rich 6.0?
All right, I'll put it in the chat here for you.
Yeah, you will.
All right, this is an interesting one because he said that his team he thought was going to be a rebuild, but they're scoring too many points. So, which I've had a couple teams like that before where I didn't expect them to be good. And I'm like, oh, crap. Wait, am I trying to win now or not? I truly don't know.
Dynasty Nerds Invitational and the Ultimate Dynasty Podcast League, 2 industry leagues. I literally want to lose and I keep winning. And
I know your team isn't doing bad in the Invitational. Dude, did you see our matchup? Like, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, Rich?
Yeah.
I won at like the last minute.
You won the last minute, and I was happy you did. I keep winning. Like, literally, in one team, I have Jaden Daniels on my taxi squad. And I still win. And I was like, if I made the playoffs, I'll promote him. But if not, like he's staying down there because I don't want to win, but I keep winning. I hate those leagues.
It's so funny. So the league is Dynasty Established MJ, and then Brock and Jamar Chase.
Okay, I got him here. So in Dynasty mode, they are second. Let's just go through his team.
Well, he was winning, but now he just lost Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. He's got Tua back. Penix. And this is a super flex tight end premium.
Wait, what's he want to do here? He just wants to know what to do?
I don't think he knows because he wasn't expecting to be winning, but he is. And I see why. Like his running back room's a mess, but now Tyrone Tracy is like giving him numbers. But that wide receiver room is really nice.
Hey, the coach came out today in Denver and said Audric Estime deserves more carries if he's going to tote the rock hard like he is.
We'll see. I think that room is going to be a mess the entire year.
He's got 3 firsts
every week. So he's got 3 firsts, Brock Bowers, Trey McBride.
Wow.
So great tight end room.
Tight end premium, yeah.
And then Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jackson Smith, and Jigba Tank Dell. Like, this is a nice team.
And
how's it winning?
Jamar Chase just put up 57 points.
I mean, that would do it for a week.
And Tracy's been killing.
He has been killing. He might as well call him,
and he probably got some
killers.
And Trey McBride, I bet, has been starting. So
and
Trey McBride's been on the outside ends.
He probably got that boom week from DeMarcado, and yeah, you never know. Matchups fall your way.
Tyler Goodson's starting for him right now. It says Tyler Goodson got a touchdown this past week. Like,
yeah,
it's those kind of random things that you're like, I wasn't expecting that. And he guy scores a touchdown for you. You're like, dang it. You were projected 0.7 points. How did you get a touchdown?
Dude, it's the worst. So you put like Ray McLeod in your lineup. You got to go there and score a touchdown. I told Matt, I told us on the podcast, I was trying to lose it in Matt League so I get the first overall pick because I was like in third. And I intentionally put all my good players on a taxi squad. And then I scored the most points in the league that week.
That's what you get.
So he's got a couple like mid to early firsts with his own, depending on if he makes the playoffs, and then catching Kelsey here, who would project to be like 105.
Listen, man, this team's not trying to catch anybody. This team is trying to lose games. And I don't think with that lineup with Trevor Lawrence going down, he should have a problem the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those receivers are going to be annoying.
I know, and
he's got one quarterback in a super flex league, and he's got
he doesn't. He has 2. Jameis Winston starting.
Yeah, and Minshew starting too.
Oh, dude, get those guys off your roster immediately. Like literally,
that's the move, Rich.
Yeah, literally get those guys. Like put them on the trade block for whoever needs a quarterback, and literally take any offer you could possibly get. Like this is worse. Like you have to get those guys. Yeah, I don't care if it's a 4th. Like I don't care. Like the move here is like you can't cut them. Because that's just bad leaguemanship. But you need to get those guys off your roster immediately because you need to find ways like here to legally lose.
And maybe even Jonnu and Pat Fryermuth, since it's a
premium
head-in premium. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd offer anybody like, hey, man, I'm packaging Pat Fryermuth with Jameis and Gardner Minshew. All you got to do is give me a second. You're getting 2 starting quarterbacks and a good tight end, a good young tight end.
Let me ask this question just to play devil's advocate for a second.
You are the devil.
If he adds 1 running back,
no,
all of a sudden
he's
right in the thick of it.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
he's got 2 of the top tight ends. He's got 2 of the top receivers.
Okay.
Tyrone Tracy, who's been playing like a running back 1 lately. Like he
doesn't have the he doesn't have the quarterbacks to win. He doesn't have the quarterbacks to win the league.
All you need is enough points out of your quarterbacks. I won a league last year with Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr, but it's because I had players like a Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown that carried it.
Who are your running backs?
I didn't have Jamar Chase. I had Amon-Ra and I had Godwin and I don't remember.
So
then I had Derrick Henry at running back.
Number 11 in contender mode is pretty strong at running back, it looks like. So I mean, there's a Ramondre, even Chuba would be gettable if you're.
Dude, he's gonna have to give up first. There's no way, man. I'm not trying. Like,
maybe.
I'm just saying. I'm figuring out.
I don't
where my
hate it,
record is.
Garrett.
I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying you should do it.
Eckler?
All I'm saying is it wouldn't take much. If you look at it and you say, shoot, I'm now making my pick to be 106. Great. Like
it's better than 109. Get out that Trojan and protect yourself. Yeah, Garrett, like literally, I mean, I'm trying to, like, I'm okay. Like, I'd rather have 106, but why? Why? So you can have 107. Like, why?
Well, if he's
for what? For what are you going to give up?
Almost in the playoffs and he squeaks in, and I mean, he could win.
And Trevor Lawrence looks like he is going to come back.
And I mean, I'm just saying, if he's able to, I'd want to retain my firsts if I'm going to make a move.
No, you're not. You're not giving up your first. You're not.
Yeah. So what's he giving up?
Well, he's got multiple tight ends.
Let's see.
He's got multiple tight ends.
What other trade capital does he have?
I mean, Pat Fryermuth, if you get a run back for Pat Fryermuth, I guess just have to depth at it.
He doesn't have any 2025 picks other than his firsts.
He's got 3 firsts this year.
Yeah, he's got 3 firsts.
So give up the Wilson pick. That dude's going to be one of the bottom picks. I'd be willing to give that pick up.
Yeah, I mean,
look, I'm not saying he should, but I don't know what his record is. If he's sitting at 6-4 right now, how good is that pick really going to be?
Wait, he didn't put his record in there? Like, we don't even know what he's working with?
He just said he's winning too many games. So
I
don't know what that means.
We are going to be adding records and current standings into the optimizer or the analyzer view here really soon.
Yeah, it's coming. We saw the preview. It's real sexy. It is nice.
And I mean, it's good context to have for these shows.
It's like me looking in the mirror.
It'd be great
after
to know.
A hot shower. Mirror's extra foggy, so I can't see
Garrett,
myself.
I like that move. I mean,
you would like that move.
Value in there.
Just because you guys both have beards, you think you can go against me?
The reason I like it so much, some of these bottom teams, like they've got some decent running backs. Like, I mean, Eckler's. What could you buy Eckler for? Do you think
2/3?
No, you're not going to buy it. 2/3.
If you're in rebuild,
yeah,
would
probably
you take 2/3 for Eckler.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I know, but
if you're in last place, like
I know, but at the same time, Eckler's those type of running backs, they could last a little bit longer too, just because. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're gonna try and make a move for it, I guess, yeah, but like I can't get behind.
So you're all in on the rebuild. I'm not against that, but I need to know what the record is. If you're scoring too many points, winning too many games, and you're at 4 wins, okay, let's go for the tank. But if you're at 6-4 or something like that, where you're like, I'm in the thick of it, like.
Dude. No, because those are the kind of teams that this is what happens. These kind of teams, like, oh, I am kind of thick of it. Let me go and make a move. And then, like, you come week 1 of the playoffs, and you just get eliminated. And now you got to pick 1-6 or 1-7. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, I mean,
one spot away. Those mid picks, honestly, if we're going on numbers, the late picks have hit better more recently than the mid picks. Like, there's just not much of a difference.
Kareem Hunt?
No, because Pacheco's almost coming back.
True.
Although Pacheco was on one of those bottom teams I saw too.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, yeah, but what do you, I mean, are you going to give up Pat Fryermuth in a second for Pacheco? Does that owner do it? Like, I think
I think Eckler would be a good
tight end premium. I bet
that team, listen, guys, you're right. That team is the team is close. He's a couple moves away, and what he needs is running back. He's got 3 first-round picks. He needs to put himself in the best position. Yeah, he needs to put himself in the best position to get the highest pick possible. Jameis Winston and Gardner Minshew offer you no long-term value whatsoever. You unload those guys for anything you possibly can, and you throw Pat Freiermuth in for this the sweetener, and wherever the chips lie, where your draft pick is, you did your best. That's what it was. But odds are then, if you're rolling Tua and you only have one running back in there with Tyrone Tracy, and you got to put another bum in there, then now to offset that, you got to start all 4 of those receivers: Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown,
this is a
Tank
true
Dell, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then you're good to go. And you're probably listen. That team's probably still good enough to maybe beat a bottom team or whatever. But like, I'm just trying to put myself in a position to get as high as possible to see what running back I can get, because these running backs are going to go off the board pretty quickly in your rookie draft.
The funny thing is, too, like if you look at where he's at contender wise, there's the dominant number 1 team, but everybody else is like right in the same range, honestly.
Chat, what do you guys think?
Where can I see the chat?
Should he go down the path of
there it is,
trying to tank further to better his pick by offloading Jameis Winston, Gardner, Pat Freiermuth, or should he try to acquire a cheap running back, squeak into the playoffs, and try to make a run? Fork in the road.
Let us know.
Let's see. Let's see. Yep, I can only see chat messages from YouTube. I'm not sure. Oh,
you're not seeing because I can see the.
No, I just pulled up the other chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, let's see what.
But here's what I will say to finish this out, as people are kind of trying to decide. Look, at the end of the day, we gave you 2 good paths to go. For me, it's going to be about what your record is. If you're above 500 and you're sitting at like 6-4 or 7-3 or something like that, like why not? Like why not go for it at that point? But if you're sitting there at 4 wins, 5 wins, and you're like barely hanging on, then yeah, get rid of everything you can that isn't going to be helping you in 2 years.
So we got a question from Rice Tony. Do you guys feel like some of these older backs are worth getting your hands on for a year or two? Feel like we have more almost 30-year-olds that still have lots of gas in the tank. I think you guys just talked about this on the show, right?
Yeah. There's definitely guys that we think still have value. I have no problem, and I know Rich does the same thing. I have no problem trading for Joe Mixon, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry. Like if I'm in that mode, I have no problem trading for some of those older guys to help put me over the hump.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well,
do you guys want to do, since we have since like 5 minutes, do you want to do a rapid question answer?
Sure. A little Q&A. Let's
Since
do
we're
it.
live, a little Q&A for like to give me like I have like weird things about even numbers and like even times and like even reviews. Shout out to all the people that want to leave us a rating and review on our podcasts. I love you. Shout out to all the people that leave us a rating and review in the App Store. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway right now. If you leave a rating and a review in the App Store, we're going to pick somebody on the podcast on Tuesday and send them a shirt or a hat, whatever they want, in a sticker pack. So if you go in the app, in your App Store, and you leave a review on the Dynasty GM app, we're going to
Peter, what's your handle, dude? Is it just Peter Bartoski?
I got to tell you, Peter, your team is doo-doo butter.
No, let's bring it up.
I don't remember. I just
because I like that league.
Wait, I thought we were doing a quick.
We are.
Nice invitational.
You've got Q's, we've got A's.
The league where I'm trying. Oh, we can't audit my high stakes league to help me out, but we're going to help out our social media.
All right, here we go. David says, as a rebuilding team, would you try and trade ETN for a late first? David, all day and twice on Sunday. If you can get a first at this point for ETN in a rebuilding league, I would absolutely make that move. If I have to even give a little bit to get the first with ETN, I am doing that all day.
Yeah, I'd do that faster than me in a bed with a supermodel. Like a rich the rabbit.
Whoa, buddy.
And by supermodel, he means his wife.
And it's over. Yeah, my wife's a supermodel.
There you go.
And it's over.
Done and done.
Yeah, I can't get my hands off that lady.
I got calm down, buddy.
Like, you're a pervert. I'm like,
look who's in first place here in Dynasty View.
Oh yeah, no wonder you were so giddy up to get up in there.
He's like, let me put this one in.
Oh sure, Peter, we'll auto your. Whoa, what's a daisy?
What team's in first? What?
So we got who's in this glorious league? We got Dave Klug, Garrett Price,
Kluge.
Ben Solak, Kluge, sorry, Danny Kelly, Matt O'Hara,
Graham Barfield.
Oh, Graham Barfield's. It's Connor Rogers. Look at Connor Rogers down there. Mr. ESPN down there in 11th place. Go down.
Peter's
who's
at
in last?
12. Peter.
Is this Dynasty or Contender mode?
Dynasty mode.
Peter, you're worse than Connor Rogers and Graham Barfield.
Wait, is he in last in both Contender and Dynasty? What's he in Contender?
Yep. Both.
No.
It's all right, Peter. This is where we help.
It's okay if you're one or the other. Where am I? I'm
Peter.
curious.
That team's so bad, I'd quit the industry.
Your team is in second.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
This is the team. If anybody wants to know, if anybody listens to the podcast forever, this is the team where I was heavily drunk, and I think I was even on mushrooms at the time when we were drafting, and I was at my pool having a party, and
I
Garrett's
got you, Baker.
And Garrett's like, the draft started, and I was like, Garrett, I can't make these picks. Help me make the picks. My first pick overall was Michael Thomas, then Baker, and then Odell Beckham. And
I tried to draft like I thought you would.
Boy, it's been a long climb back up since then. Don't do drugs, kids.
We got another question here. Is offering ETN and Jalen Waddle for Devontae Smith a fair offer? What would you add to sweeten the deal?
I want to offer anything to that. You're giving Waddle and ETN for Smith. That's a fair offer.
I think so, because I don't think Waddle and Smith are that far apart. I know Smith's playing better right now, but I think Waddle's a great buy at the moment. Like his value is so depressed at the moment. Come
on, are we looking at Peter's team now? Oh, sorry. Yeah, we didn't answer that question. Sorry, Caden. I don't want to screw you by, but that's an easy one.
We could let's look at Peter's team. So Peter has
real quick.
Jaden Daniels,
sexy,
and this is a super flex league. So I mean, he needs another quarterback. Oh, you got
Trevor
Lawrence,
and he's got JJ. Trevor. Okay, he's in a good spot there.
So quarterback will be okay eventually.
Why is Trevor a 0 in Contender? Is it because he's out right now?
Because he's out right now.
He's not playing, dude.
How long is he out for?
It was rumored a year, but now it's looking like he might come back in like 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see.
So he's got Tajay and Jalen Wright for upside at running back, but that's fine. You want your running backs to be doo-doo when your team's doo-doo. It's the first team to go. So look at his receivers. Can you get a second for Juwan Jennings? I actually just got a second for Juwan Jennings in Ohio Dino. 14-team league, but that's fine. I saw it and I was like, ooh, look at me. Wow. Peter, you got quarterbacks and that's it. Literally.
Yeah, no tight ends either.
How many picks do you have?
Hopefully a lot. Oh, only one first.
Oh, man. You are screwed.
Yeah. Enjoy my second there, Peter. Enjoy my second.
So
said, good thing I only edit video.
I don't know what he should do, honestly.
Oh, look, this is one of those rare scenarios where I would absolutely trade Jaden Daniels. Like one superstar player is not going to work. Like you've got to get as many assets and as many shots in that gun as you can.
Listen, stop. First of all, Peter's favorite team is the Washington Commanders.
Too,
his favorite team is the Washington Commanders. He's not trading Jaden Daniels.
That's right.
What would you pay if he offered him to you right now, Rich? You would give everything.
Go to my team. Daniels. I know I offer Ladd McConkey. Hold on. I traded
Which
Peter
he
for Ladd
stole
McConkey.
from his team because he wanted Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter, what do you want for I would offer Bo Nix.
Starting off strong.
I need Bijan. I need James Cook. I would offer Bo Nix, Rashee Rice. Do I have any draft picks? Scroll down, please. I don't even know what's on my own team.
Yes.
Peter,
Bo
I'll give
Nix,
you
Rashee Rice.
I will give you Rashee Rice, Bo Nix, my first.
That's not a bad offer, actually.
It is a good offer.
I would want more, Peter, but that's not a bad starting spot.
First of all, Garrett, I don't appreciate your tone. But yeah, I mean, Peter needs help. He needs draft picks. He needs depth. I'll give him Rashee Rice. So I'm giving him a wide receiver 1, a high upside wide receiver 1. I'd give him Bo Nix, Bo Nix has looked pretty damn good these last couple of weeks here as well. So I'm giving a quarterback back, which he already has Trevor Lawrence and JJ McCarthy. So he's getting a third quarterback back. and I get him.
Jared's
get him
trying to
first.
hop in here. I see Jared.
I know, dude. I'm like, what should I get Jaden for?
He's like, wait, Jaden's available. Hold on.
Listen, this is supposed to be a team audit, not help Jared Wackerly out. Yeah, and I don't know what else I would give on top of that. Like, I don't know what little more like I would give on top because like I'm giving away. And honestly, like my first, it doesn't matter. I don't even know what place I'm in, but I'm still trying. I'm probably going to miss the playoffs.
Hey, congrats, man!
Congratulations!
Enjoy it.
Yeah, of course it's not to get taken. Come on,
enjoy it, man.
Right.
Congratulations, man.
Stealing loves.
Let's see.
Yeah, but even if Rice is spending next year, it's a couple games.
I'll offer you Deshaun Watson. Dude, my once like QB rich team has like kind of gone into
go back. Hey, but
down.
Seriously, for Peter's team, he's got like he just can't settle. Unfortunately, like I kind of understand what Garrett's saying here. He can't settle. Like if he just sits here and uses his first, which would be pretty high. Like adding Ashton Genty this team,
he's 101.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Adding Ashton Genty this team. First of all, when your team's this bad, the running back is like the worst thing you could possibly do, right? Like,
will you trade 101?
Yeah, I would trade 101 for sure for like a proven receiver. Like I'd want the proven young receiver. Like whoever wants that proven young running back who literally hasn't done anything in the NFL yet, that could be a complete bust. It could be Trent Richardson. It could be a million other running backs. I'm trying to think of the year where it was Carlos Hyde, Noshawn Moreno,
Bishop Sankey.
Who was a running back that went to the Colts that year? He went 1-1. Oh, Brown.
Donald
Brown. Yeah,
he was okay.
He was okay. Is the right word. Lowercase O, lowercase a k. But yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. But like, this is a situation where he has to make a big move, or he's going to be bad for a while. Like. Yeah. He's got 3 quarterbacks.
This is a multi-year rebuild.
Yeah, he could afford to move Jaden Daniels. He should move Jaden Daniels. He should move Jaden Daniels to me, preferably. Man. But
not a lot of people have like multiple firsts in this league. Like everyone's kind of got their own.
Dude, it's an industry league. It's hard to make. You know, like actually, these guys are all
like
busy.
The boys. Kevin is really the only guy who's got 2 firsts.
Sucker.
But I was trying to see if he can get off the 101.
Peter, you should be pretty aggressive here,
man. Pick up another first.
But pick up what? You're going to offer him 101?
I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, you hold on to that until the draft. It's got the most value.
I think, he wants more draft. Peter needs more draft capital and a stud to go with it.
We have an offer. Jesus.
Oh, Nix, Rice, and McConkey. Okay.
What?
That's not enough.
Peter,
I was literally in the midst of texting you like you need a first on top of that. That is
Garrett's trying to save him.
I'm literally texting him as we speak.
Didn't Rich rip off Peter earlier this year?
Yes, to get McConkey.
Oh, you little dick. What was the deal?
It was like a 3rd and Luke McCaffrey or something.
No, it wasn't. It was a 2nd round pick and Luke McCaffrey. I think it was 2 2nd round. No, it was 2nd, a 3rd, and Luke McCaffrey. Listen.
Okay, still.
Listen.
He said listen.
Yeah, I would do that.
Don't do it yet.
That would give me Nico,
Peter.
Drake. I wouldn't have any receivers. I would just have. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't give a first. There's no way.
Jaden Daniels, the top dynasty asset, Rich.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna cut my nose off to spite my face. Like I'd have Jaden Daniels, Justin Herbert, but like my receiver, like I'm real thin at running back, right? Like I'm real thin. Like my team's not like a contender. I'm just doing this to get Jaden Daniels, and if I give up Rashee Rice and Ladd McConkey, it leaves me with Drake London, Nico Collins, and Cortland Sutton.
You said 26 first.
Listen, I would give you the first and keep Ladd McConkey. That's what I would do. I'd give you Rashee Rice, Bo Nix in the first. And Peter, like my team's not good. Like I'm probably going to miss the playoffs. Like my team's not good. So it's going to be a top 6 pick. Worst case, it'd be pick 7. So no, Trevor. Drake London's not a sell high. He's 23 years old. He finally got to quarterback. He's coming to his own, and he's showing you what he could possibly do with a quarterback. And he's got Michael Penix behind him, who did absolutely beautiful things with Rome Odunze. And you could comp Rome Odunze to like a Drake London. So Drake London's not a sell high. He's a dynasty cornerstone at the moment as wide receiver 3 or 4 overall. What was the trade?
Garrett, this is the trade that you and I did where I like, give me your other third.
Yeah, he wanted his third instead of my third.
I'm trying to find
we're
the
in
trade.
like first and second place right now, so like it really didn't matter. But
trying to find a trade between
the mistake
and,
I made. Did you guys catch the mistake I made there? I also offered a trade for my other third for Gardner Minshew, but forgot to retract it when you accepted that. So then I ended up with both Gardner Minshew and Jacoby Brissett. I was like, dang it, I didn't want both of them.
I'm trying to find the trade of between Rich and Peter in here. When did that go down?
Probably knows what it is. If you just click on the player, it'll tell you the most recent trades.
Oh yeah, I'm not used to using their computer.
So yeah, if you just click, there's Luke McCaffrey. Click him, and then
it doesn't tell you on the.
Oh, it doesn't do it on here. It only does it on the. That's weird.
I know.
All right, I think we're good.
Me and Peter are gonna make a deal.
Don't, Peter.
Peter says second, third, and McCaffrey.
Don't deal with the devil,
dude. That's first of all, that's ridiculous, and you guys are slandering. Yeah, my team's like the big thing is can you go to league standings in there? Go to league standings. I just want to show like how good my
second place, Garrett Price.
Good, enjoy all that. I know this is one of the leagues I don't want to win in, but here I am. I somehow win every week.
That's all right. I've made the playoffs every year. I've been the number 1 seed multiple times.
Jared, go to league standings.
It's right here.
It's right there, Rich.
Well, God. Sorry, I'm not an eagle, and I'm swarming in with my eagle vision to see what's going on here. I gotta get closer to the screen. Don't look at my nostrils, you perverts. Yeah, dude, I'm not. Look,
here it is.
I could win.
You're in 5th right now, Rich.
Oh my God, Peter.
Baby, I'm back. God. We did it. We did it early. We did that before. Like Lad McConkey was doing nothing at the time. As
I was gonna say the season. Did the season even start yet?
It was this October 2nd. Yeah.
Okay, so
a month in.
Couple weeks in.
Now he's starting to milk me. He's asking for more.
What kind of
As
shit
he
is
should.
That?
As he should.
The chat room. Is that guys? I want to tell you something though, real quick. Hold on.
Is this something everyone in the stream needs to know?
It is. I want you to go. I want you to go.
I just saw your message.
I want you to go to the league. I want you to refresh the league. Refresh the league, please.
Oh my God! Did you just?
Did you guys just make a trade?
Refresh the league, please.
Oh my gosh!
Refresh the league, please.
No, I'll just pull it back up.
Go to the bottom of the league chat. It should say trade completed.
Oh my God!
Oh, look at that! Look at that.
Peter,
what's in it?
Get out of here!
Look at that!
Get out of the chat.
And the team audit show, you just saw a live trade go down. It happened so fast, I have no time to think about it. So can we discuss? Who won the trade, boys?
You're fired.
You were supposed to get McConkey instead of the second, bro.
It wasn't happening. I wasn't giving him McConkey, bro. I just got Jaden Daniels, my number 2 overall Dynasty player.
How did you not get McConkey back?
I gave up Rashee Rice. That kind of sucks, but I got Lad McConkey. So I basically gave up.
Well, I guess you're all in this year now.
I gave up 2 seconds. A first.
At least you got your 25 first. That does help.
Garrett, are you trading Bo Nix now? If you're Peter,
if I'm him, yeah, I'm probably trading Bo Nix. I might even trade Rashee Rice, depending on what I can get. Like if I can get plus value, like that's what I need. I need to keep getting plus value, even if it's not by a lot. I need to keep getting plus value to start building up the team instead of just one player. Wow, this is wild.
Well, I don't have a first now, so I really don't have any running backs going forward. But
he's like, James Cook, please don't get hurt.
I'll figure it out in 2026, I guess. I don't really care because I have Jaden Daniels and Justin Herbert, and Jaden Daniels, he's like I can't get enough of him. And like, there's another player that I have that like has entered the chat. Like, remember, like this time last year, I started talking to Jordan Love pretty high. Like, I need to get him. I just changed that name to this year, Drake May. Like. Every league, dude. I'm with you.
I've been all in on Drake May, baby.
I tried to get. I offered in a league. I offered Caleb Williams for Drake May in a first, just to kind of test the waters. And he wrote back. He's like, "Yeah, you had the first on the wrong side of the deal." But I'm like, "Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough."
All right.
Hey, guys. This was a
was
fun
fun.
show.
It was. I had a good time.
I just got Jaden Daniels.
Rich just got
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels. He doesn't care about anything else that happened on this show.
All because
You're-
Peter dropped in the chat and you wanted to review his team, and we talked it out, and we're like, and Garrett's like, dude, you gotta trade Jaden Daniels, and I'm like,
He was literally his only asset, but he was supposed to get plus value, not
and I mean, and fair with Peter, like he's making a move to try to get better. So he has 3 quarterbacks. So he gets Bo Nix, so he gets the upset of Bo Nix. He gets a wide receiver 1, and he gets my first, which is probably going to be.
You're not.
Probably going to win now with Jaden Daniels and Bijan Robinson. And Nico's coming back. Oh, dude, I'm getting Nico back this
You
week.
just got to stay healthy because you have 0 depth. So you better stay healthy.
Jared, pull down those panties. I'm about to spank the tookus.
Yeah, Garrett's in second.
Hey, you too. Double, dude. 2 hands, 2 cheeks, baby. Smecka, 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 smecka. Don't fart. Don't fart. I'm back here. I'm back.
All right.
Here. How'd I do, boys? Was that a good trade?
Great.
Should I trade 3 seconds for Bo Nix?
It might work.
I mean, I don't even like Bo Nix, and I would do that.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Peter, let's make a deal for Bo Nix.
Back, baby.
This is good stuff. So I appreciate this. If we end every team audit with me making a trade with a league mate and we get them online, then I will do these shows every day.
This is facilitating trades. Look,
Every day.
nobody's even really watching right now. All the comments are Peter.
Like Bo Nix is that guy.
Meanwhile, we're doing this show. Bo Nix just got Alex Smith. His leg went the wrong way, and I'm the one that got fleeced.
Let's look at Peter's other leagues. Are you good in any leagues?
That's an unbelievable insult.
I'm just kidding.
Stop it. Wrap it up. I gotta watch the Seagulls game.
Yeah, I gotta hit play too. This was
We're
fun.
out.
I'll do it again sometime.
Download the app.
Let me know. Hey, my Twitter is @DynastyRich. Please tweet at me and let me know how I did on that Jaden Daniels trade. I will look at your tweets and
What's
reply.
your blue sky?
My blue sky is @DynastyRich. Dude, I gotta hang out.
Name.
Dude, I gotta hang out the left and the right, right? Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
All right, bye.
See ya.